escaped. It's my fault.
I have access to everyone and everything you love.
He did it. He took my sister.
I warned you not to end us.
I think that when you have a repeat of what happened to you as a young girl, there's definitely going to be some healing that has to happen because you still haven't healed from what happened to you as a child. So you'll see that. You'll see what happens to her memory and trying to recall some of the traumatic things that have happened to her. Lacey really goes through it, and you really see her as a little girl again in a sense. And Gabby sees her as her little sister anyway, so to see her back in that state where she's still not out the Lacey we all have come to know and love, it's a whole different world, and it's a process. Working with Mark Paul this season and the Sir character, it's been great for me because we don't get to shoot together because he's on the loose. So any moment that I don't have to be with him shooting is a great moment. I prefer scenes without him in it. I'm kidding. It actually has been quite an adjustment because we don't get to shoot, but the dynamic of the cat and mouse and having to do a scene back to back, I've not had to do that in my career before. So having to emote in a way, usually when you're acting, it's about the eye contact and that connection, but to connect in that way that is really an energy, a back to back, literally energy, it was really cool to do. And I think it's a powerful scene. I think the audience will really like it. I think Gabby would stab him in the throat. I mean, she's not a little girl anymore. She's learned how to defend herself. I think that it would be vicious and animalistic in that power struggle. They already play the mind game, but before chains were between them. Now there's no chains between them. So I think that if she went back, it would be a fight for Sir, and it would not be the little happy family that he's hoping for. Very likely. I think Trent is based in his morals, and he is by the book and very much about the law. Gabby knows that. It's a lot of reasons why it's I'll see you next lifetime with their will they, won't they, because Gabby will do whatever it takes to find the missing, and Trent is more by the book, and that even goes for Gabby. What I love about this is we have the luxury of time to explore human beings and human traumas and human healing. And Gabby is in the process of trying to fix herself. How could she be in any relationship? And why would she want to bring that baggage onto someone else, especially someone as pure-hearted as Trent? It just wouldn't be fair. I think she knows that, and that's why it's a won't they. I mean, Gabby's fashion is fierce, right? She runs it. The people ask questions about Gabby Mosley's fashion and how can she be so put together with so many things going on. And what you don't realize, it's not a vanity thing or just a vanity thing for Gabby Mosley. It is a part of her story. It is a part of her trauma. It is the one thing she has control over. You can take everything away from me, but I can put myself together in the morning. I can have my hair done, my contour done, my heels on, because I can control that. It is a part of her security in a sense. It gives her that thing that she knows that she can grasp onto. And a lot of it comes from the trauma of Sir. Sir was always had them in, if you go to the flashback, he had her dress up for dinner and be perfect and pristine. So it's a part of her psyche. It's a part of who she is as a person. Time. And we have the luxury of that because NBC gave us 22 episodes, so we get to explore it in a very human way of what it takes to actually heal and get the relationships back, and that is time, and that's finding a commonality or an understanding, and that can only come through time. And we do not rush. I mean, at some point, even as the actor, I was like, do they forgive Gabby yet? So we do not rush the healing process. And I think it's a beautiful thing to watch people grow, but it will never be the same because something terrible has happened. And so to jump back into what was normal is not going to happen. It is now the new normal, but it takes time to get there. I mean, how can you trust anything that shares blood with her, right? You see, they were in the same household. So, you know, I mean, I have sisters and we're all different, but there is a thread that binds us, right? And I think that for Gabby Mosley, she really wants to believe that Christian is different because she needs answers for so many things. But of course, that mistrust is going to be there, but more for the Don character than anyone. He's looking at the Christian character very side-eyed. Gabby is going to not only have to go through her struggle of healing and what that process is, and forgiveness, not only from her team, but for herself, the need to pay penance, the insecurity of Sir being on the loose, anxiety, breakdowns, and also the beginning of healing. All of that is in store for Gabby Mosley, as well as putting her energies on helping some of the other team members with their journey for this season. And that's also lovely, and that's what's so great about our show is we get to really dive into some of the other players. Absolutely not. I want to keep my job. But cliffhanger, yes. Is it crazy? Mm-hmm. Will you be on the edge of your seat? You certainly will. Can I tell you what that is? No. I'm trying to get another season. Y'all trying to get me fired.